Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? This is the one and only DJ Skyrocket coming to you live from the inside of my truck on the way to the studio. But you see, I got my two counterparts, A and B, before and before you, with me. They are here and they take up the slack when I'm slacking. Because
And
I'm
that's
always
all the time. And
ladies
that's
and gentlemen.
all the time.
First, let me go ahead and introduce my ace boon coon, Mr. Statistician. Mr. Statistician. But before you say anything, let me tell you, you miss a barn burner today, Bo. You miss a barn burner. Both games was off the chain. That's why I'm late. But go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
I didn't miss a bar burner, man. I saw a pretty good game today with the Lady Gamecocks. So you know what I mean. But anyway, yeah, it's your boy Soldier B. We back at it again. Y'all know how we do it, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. Where everything ECBL and all the other things in between. So uh, good to be here. Glad to have y'all here with us. Both of y'all.
And on the right side of him, my right side, is the one and only Mr. Big Show. What's up, Big Show?
That's the show, baby. It's just the show. Not big no more because I lost a few pounds and everything like that. But happy to be here. Happy my mic is working. I got my technical advisor, my IT team, to get everything started for me earlier and make sure everything is cooking and everything is
IT put it
everything.
in effect.
Yeah, IT put it in effect.
Well, tell the IT I say hello.
We'll do. We'll do. And
I say hello. And
yeah.
and Bear, and so me, you tell your IT I say hello too.
That's me.
And listen, let's go ahead and kick it off. We're gonna kick it off live. We got two people supposed to be coming in tonight. Mr. Showroom Secrets himself, Mr. Casey Griffin, when he pop in. And I got my lady friend, my ace bunku, my new girl I just met today. Well,
Oh boy.
I met at the last game. But Miss Nudu of the Perfect Podcast, she will be coming in
Right on.
also. She will be coming in also.
Right on.
I'm riding past, just a heads up, I'm riding past the circus. The circus is in town at the fairground. I'm riding past the circus right now. They got the tents and stuff set up. I think it's coming in next week. But they got signage up and everything. But listen, let me tell you about the game today. So, those of y'all that's new to the podcast, let me explain what my title is and what do I do. I am the entertainment director for the Carolina Crusaders. I've been working for this team for the last 13 years. We call it Bouknight Picks and Lines because we go in and we look at the game and we make up lines for the games. But what we do, we wait till the middle of the season where we see where everybody at and we'll start making our picks, i.e. next week. We'll start making picks. Because
and we don't pick on, but you got to let them know that we don't pick on every game. We'll pick a handful, maybe 2 or 3 games at the most. And
yeah, we pick the highlight games.
According to that. So,
we pick the highlight games and what we think is the highlight games of that week.
Yeah.
And we'll pick a winner. Overall record, I think I am down to the statistician.
Yeah, you definitely down. You definitely down. You always lose.
Hold on now.
Down.
Hold on. We don't say definitely down. I know I'm down a little bit.
Well, that's
I'm down
definitely
a little bit. I'm down a little bit. But so let's get into it. Today's game, the Carolina Crusaders had a home game against the SC Red Hawks from Spartanburg/Greenville. It was a barn burner. I forgot what the final score is, but I know we won by 4. The Carolina Crusaders won by 4. It was during the same time as the NCAA basketball game. Big ups to the Lady Gamecocks for bringing home that championship in the NCAA and finishing the dream, the perfect season. They ran the table all year. Big shots out to the girls. But in the nightcap of the game, we had the Lady Crusaders starting their season off. And they played a team from Winston-Salem the Lady Warhawks. Uh, Nobody told me that the Lady Warhawk has a former WNBA player from the Phoenix Mercury on their team.
Uh-oh.
Nobody told me. Nobody told me that they got the current top point guard in Portugal on their team.
Uh-oh.
And,
That's
and for our team, we lost. The girls lost, but it was a close game. To say they had those two dynamic, that 1-2 punch. It
but
was
you
a
know
good
what?
game.
But you know what? To be fair though, but you know what? We never really covered that side of it. We always looked at the male side of it. So you already had that insight on the female side of it. So as far stats and everything like that, we got to rely on you for that unless we get something running where we can actually um
Well, well,
read
this is a new league that the girls are playing in. They are
so
the Lady Crusaders are the 3-time um WECBL champs, and
how
they're
many teams are in that division?
in the current division they're in now.
In the WECBL league. How many
Uh,
how many
it was
teams?
it was 6, but what happened with just like with the men's team, some of them that pay they financial contributions to the league,
Yeah.
and they got booted out. So the teams that paid for the women's side, they all went over to this new league, this new women's league, and it's more military based women team than men team.
Okay, so speaking of that too though, is there a place where you can find stats, players, and all that other stuff? Because how we gonna know it's a WNBA player in the building, and we can't find those. You know what I'm saying? No,
E-
we can't find no
Exactly.
web page. You know what I'm saying? We want to look at the
Yeah,
players.
and that's
You
and
know?
that's the problem. I have to get that information. I don't think they have a website up per se, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. We'll work it out. You know. Um,
Yeah. Right on.
yeah, we'll just keep the wins and losses on the women up to date, and we won't worry about their stats. But with all that being said and done, what happened to your boys this week? The
Who
Kingdom
that?
Life Basketball Club.
Oh man, look here now. why you why you say it like that? First of all, man, why you? I'm telling you,
Cause you they
man.
cheating. You are they cheating.
You know what, man? These boys, they keep getting introduced to just some of the worst. You know what I mean? Just some of the worst. The worst, roughest of the roughest out there, man. You know what I mean? They brand new in there, and you gotta put up. I mean, you gotta have. I mean, they got some pretty consistent scoring, but when you got your top player putting up 18 points, and your second best player putting up 16 points, and your third best player putting up 12 points, it's hard to beat a team when their top player is putting up 20 something points and 25 points, 30 points. I mean, it's just, you know what I mean? You got to find somewhere for these guys to be able to continue and actually make a statement in this league, man. And I mean, just win a game. You know what I'm saying? Win one game. They got to win a game. They got to find a way to put points on the board, man. Because they ain't the lonely team out there. Because they 0-7, but you still got North Carolina Capitals too, who are 0-4. So you still got teams out there. Those are the last two teams right there that hadn't won a game yet. But Kingdom Life has got a pretty terrible, schedule right there. Because they are playing some real good teams in that Northeast Division, of course, too. And then when you start going outside of that division, you start to, really start to bump heads with some teams that are some high scoring teams, man. So I don't know, man. Like I said, I feel for Kingdom Life, man, and I don't, in that respect, but I want them to. I actually would like to see them win a game. You know what I'm saying? Don't go through the whole. Like if I'm the coach right now, this is what I would be saying to my team. Let's get that first win. You know what I'm saying? Let's knock down that first win, and then you could probably build off that. And especially if you get one win against a really good team, you know what I mean. So I'm looking for the guys to show up and actually show out. Just show me one game. Show me that y'all care. You know what I'm saying? Show me y'all really in the ball. Put some points on the board, man. Y'all gonna have to do that because a lot of these teams out here are stingy. They stingy and they play. They some stingy teams and they don't want to give up nothing. You know what I mean? So, but I mean that in that division though, I mean, it's a pretty rough division. The Northeast division, I could say, is pretty, it's pretty rough because they got Rowan County up there. They 5-2, But you know what's cool though? Out of all the divisions, there are no more undefeated teams. So, what I'm saying? Everybody's lost something. So, you know what I mean? So there ain't no undefeated teams left out of all the divisions, which is good. So if we look at let's look at some of the conference standings. So at the top of the Northeast division, you got the Rowan County Bulls and the Fayetteville Panthers. They trail. So 5-2 Rowan County Bulls, and then you got the Fayetteville Panthers. They 5-3. And that's the division that Kingdom Life is in, and they 0-7. Like I said, just get that one win, guys. And then you got that Northwest division. The DC Heat is really still showing out. And I'm starting to really lean heavily on these guys, man. DC Heat is really showing a lot of, they're showing a lot of skill, showing a lot of talent and a lot of heart, man. So they got some pretty good scores on the team, man, putting up big points. So DC Heat, primetime players, I'd love to see that cross division rivalry. You know what I'm saying? That cross division, hit up right there.
We got primetime on the 20th.
On the 20th?
In Columbia.
Oh, okay. That's what you got to go to there, man.
That's going to be a busy weekend for me.
That's one game you got to go to there.
That weekend. Big Show.
Yo.
What you got to say about coming down the 20th to the ECBL live action?
The 20th for what, man?
April. April
20th. What day that is? That's on a Saturday?
That's on a Saturday.
Well, I have to check with my booking agent and my department because I have a lot of live views and make sure there ain't no scheduling problem. Because I was just at a wedding last night. Shout out to my boy Drew Davidson got married. And everything like that. So I have to check the schedule because
he's a busy man.
I'm a busy man. This ain't the only podcast I'm on with Brown Liquor Picks. I do Brown Liquor Picks at weddings and bar mitzvahs. Funeral. I do it at funerals and eulogies and all that stuff too.
At third grade recitals.
Yeah. I was just up at the neighborhood liquor store christening the newest brown liquor addition to their sales.
Just to make sure it's all right for you and me.
Yeah. We might need to hang up on that guy. We might need to hang up on that guy.
Breaking up because we definitely can't make out what he's saying. You must be in a bad spot.
Yeah.
Hold on.
All right,
can you hear me now?
We got you clear now.
We can hear you now, but we can't. You ain't your picture is frozen. It look like you swole up, like you constipated or something on your picture there, buddy. Because it's not moving.
Okay, what about now?
There you go. Now you back. Now you look like that whatever had you constipated done broke loose. You all smile.
Now we're gonna segue over real quick to the NFL. And when it considers,
see, there he go again.
There you go again. Just
it's constipation. He's stuck. But I mean,
I'm not stuck. I'm moving.
There you go, right there. You a busy fella, man,
but listen,
too busy. You got too much going on.
No. I'm at the house. I'm at the studio. I'm to go in the studio. I got to get my security key to let me in. I had to fire my security guard because he was sleeping on the job. He was sleeping on the job, so I had to let him go. I told him to guard the house I told him to go out the house this week while I was going on vacation, and he let somebody get me.
Well, who is
You
your
know
security guard? Your brother?
where he at? Hold on, he's still around here somewhere. Hold on, I got to get to him. Hold on, he around here somewhere. Hold
Must
on,
be
he
at.
around here. But I had to fire him. I put him on notice that any more infractions, he will be gone.
Look at he done. Look at that.
They done
He need to
caused
get
up.
on the.
Yeah.
He need to get on the.
I'm coming. I got to find my. I'm looking for my security guard. Hey, where you at? That's how you call him.
They
Uh-oh.
look here. No wonder your
That's how.
Oh, he
security
got.
guard. All I gotta do is bring a pack of bologna over there, and your security guard is null and void.
unless
Where you?
he beat him to the baloney. Get off that baloney.
Hey, I,
That's my
I think he
that's
done
my
ran.
bologna. That's
I
my.
think
He
My
threw that
baloney.
out here for me. He threw that out here for me.
I think he done ran away. He around here chasing some tails somewhere.
Look at.
All right.
Go and show the world. Go and show the world, cause I done put it live on my Facebook page. I done sit here and figured that out. Go and show the world your keys and how to get in your house so they can come rob you. And I'm gonna tell them your address. But I'm also
Well,
gonna tell you, if you rob him, you just practicing, cause he ain't got nothing of
I
value.
ain't got nothing.
Well, hey,
I don't
well, I
have a
tell you what,
thing.
you got
Huh?
30 seconds to get on. I'm about to do a countdown so I can go take care of some business real quick. So you got
Okay,
30
okay.
We're
seconds.
Well,
gonna
commercial
Get
we're
real
gonna
set
quick.
up.
we're gonna take a commercial break, and no,
Commercial
it
break.
ain't. Yeah, we're going to a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
All right,
Right on.
commercial. All right, we back. We back. I'm here. I'm here, and I'm living good in the hood. Oh, almost fell.
Yes, sir.
All right, so yeah, everybody back. That commercial break was brought to you by El Diablo Bowling White. Whenever you need a white for your bowling ball, call El Diablo.
Look at you done hung up talking about call El Diablo. You didn't even show the picture of the wipes, man. And he done got canceled. Boy, if we ain't got the jankiest podcast on the planet.
Hey, we real janky. We real hood. We real hood. That's one of the things that I hope all the fans like about it. You don't know what you gonna get when you come on with the fellas. This here is just like being at your local barbershop arguing. You argue enough, a fight might break out, or somebody might throw a pair of clippers or something like that. But hey, we gonna come with the real. We gonna come with the real and legitimate stuff. You know.
Right on, right on. So what you looking like, man, on that draft side, man? What you like, what you looking at, who you looking at? You know what I'm saying? What you got going on, bro?
Well, on the draft side right now, it is looking, and I'm just gonna really talk about the top of the draft because really it's how it falls out. Right now, everybody know Caleb Williams is still that is still Chicago's pick with Caleb Williams. Now they say Washington has went cold on Drake May out of North Carolina. They were kind of earlier saying Drake May was their guy or leaning toward Drake May, but now they kind of leaning toward Jaden Daniels after his pro day. And really, my biggest interest is at the fourth spot because there are a lot of teams interested in Michigan's quarterback, JJ McCarthy, and
Mm.
the Cardinals have the fourth pick. But all y'all know the Cardinals are not in the quarterback market. But you have two teams that are very interested in quarterbacks in Denver
So, like you
and
said, the
Minnesota.
Cardinals could possibly pick up a could possibly
Minnesota,
pick up a trade.
yeah, Minnesota has two first round
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
picks. Minnesota has two first round picks that they may be willing to package together. You know, I watched some highlights of McCarthy's pro day, and he looked it pretty decent. But that's a pro day. You're throwing the, ain't nobody rushing you. He showed the arm talent and everything like that. The biggest knock on him is he didn't do it in a game situation. That's what a lot of experts are saying. He didn't do it in a game situation. But that reason was Michigan was a strong running team, and a lot of times, Michigan was at a point in the game to where they didn't have to throw the ball. But
Hmm.
in the times he did throw the ball, kind of liked it what I saw. That the talent is there. You know, but is he one of those guys? And this is what Jordan Love is the prime example of it. Jordan Love sat behind. You know, he waited, he sit behind Aaron Rodgers, and now look at Jordan Love. He looks like a top five quarterback in the NFL, if not, well, at least a top 10. I ain't gonna give him top five just yet. Maybe top 10, top eight. You know, some quarterbacks are ready from day one. You know, some need to sit and learn. Aaron Rodgers himself. Aaron Rodgers sit and learn. You
Yeah,
know, so I mean,
that should probably
ma-
be a. That should probably. Well, I don't know. I can't say because I was about to say that should probably be a. That should probably be something that's kind of implemented. Pretty much for all these new quarterbacks coming into the league. But I'm going. That's a lie because we've
no,
seen quarterbacks come into the league and step on the
and
field and produce like you know what I mean,
CJ
and just
Stroud,
produce.
your guy out there in your
Prime
town,
example.
Houston, in
Prime
Houston,
example.
CJ Stroud. But then we also seen Ritter down here where I'm from in Atlanta. He
Mm.
stepped on the field and did not look good. That's why Atlanta got rid of him. But CJ Stroud stepped on the field and looked like he was ready. You know,
It was kind of like when
Another,
Deshaun Watson took over too for the Texans. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So,
he
so
was ready. He looked
a
like
lot
he
of these
was ready.
quarterbacks are really talented going in when they get to that level of play. Them quarterbacks
Yeah,
they really are talented. They're ready. So a lot of them are
but
ready. So how
but
would you
as a coach, you need to evaluate your guy. You know, that's what you know training camp is about to let me know. Just because I drafted him number one, because now they have the rookie pay scale, so you're not paying these guys the $52 million guaranteed or anything like that, like you were back in the day.
yeah,
You're paying them. You're paying them like a well-paid running back. You know, to where it doesn't hurt your salary cap. You know, if if you don't start them.
right.
But I mean, a lot of these guys think about the NFL. It's only 32 jobs, and
That's
it's a
all.
win. It's a win type situation. So if you're not winning, a lot of owners and fan bases don't have time for you to develop a player. They want to win now because as a fan, you pay your money, you go to the game, you want your team to be winning, you want your team to look good, you want your team to look competitive. So you want results now, especially if you have what considered a highly touted dude coming out of college, like Bryce Young. He was all world at Alabama and everything like that, but he struggled at Carolina his first year. So
Mm.
Carolina fans are, they we okay, we'll get him better next year, this, that, and the third. But it's also a part of your fan base. Hey, man, you the number one pick. You supposed to play. You supposed to look good. You supposed to look better than what you did. Where the thing about it is, we don't think about the jump because you're going. It's a big jump, just like it's a big jump from high school to college. It's a bigger jump from college to pro. But all we remember is the great things he did in college. So when we get him as fans, We expect them to do the same great things in the pros. You
Right.
did it in college, you know,
Right.
but okay, yeah, I did it in college against DBs that, you know, they going to whatever their degree is in college, they going to find a job in that field. Their job ain't going on to the pros. So we as fans, but because we pay our money, we don't want to hear that. Hey, you need to win now. And then you got the owners that they're investing millions of dollars, or whatever you want to call it, in these things because to go if none of y'all have ever been to an NFL stadium, it's something to see. It's you really don't have to look at the game. It's more
Oh
of
yeah.
a it's more of a atmosphere
Atmosphere.
and a great vibe
Atmosphere. Yeah.
going on. But you know the quarterback position is so important in pro football to where if you don't make the right choice, it could set your franchise back 5 to 10 years.
Okay, let me ask you a question though. All right. We do put a lot of we put a lot of stock in the quarterbacks. We put a lot of stock in that. For every team. Of course, because they're the leaders. Why is this thing echoing? Can y'all hear is this echoing?
No, that's something Skyrocket doing on his end.
Oh, okay. So we put a lot of stock, in these in the quarterbacks because that's the position, that's the control, that's the that's the whole arm of the team right there. That is the team, essentially. And then you
Yeah.
support your quarterback with with your with all your with your end plays. You know what I'm saying, your defensive ends. And so, but let me ask you a question: if you've got 32 teams, not every team needs a quarterback, right? But you've got
No.
29. But you've got 29 quarterbacks entering the draft. So how do you like how many of those guys do you believe will actually be picked up out of all, you know what I mean? Out of all those out of 29 quarterbacks. How
The
many
thing about
how
it
many
is,
of those guys you believe will probably be picked up? Because you really don't have but a few well, you see Denver Broncos, Pittsburgh Steelers, Carolina Panthers, Washington, Detroit, Miami, Atlanta, and Cleveland. They need quarterbacks. So that ain't a lot of spots you could fill. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could put them in for
yeah.
backup. Those are the guys you need to put in and be like, all right, well, you learn from whoever. You sit on the bench and you learn from you polish your skills. I mean, how do you see it?
I mean, out of those 29 guys, you're saying 29 guys going in the draft. I'm gonna put my name in the draft. I'm gonna go pro. I say maybe for a starting spot, maybe five that are gonna compete for a
Maybe
that
five.
are maybe five. The other the other ones, the other
Yeah.
24, you're looking to take a backup role, or or when Russell Wilson came out, remember everybody thought when Russell Wilson got drafted, oh, he's gonna be the backup. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
that wasn't when Seattle drafted Russell Wilson, he was going to be their backup. But he got there and he worked and he showed, hey, I can start. And he stole a starting job. He did what they consider he stole a starting job. So those situations can happen too. But most of the time in the draft, it's maybe 5 to 6 of them. Because, like you said, the teams you name that need a quarterback and thinking, hey, our quarterback situation is done. The guy we had last year, we got rid of him. We need a guy. So it's only those are only each year. It's only like 5 to 6 spots like that. Most of the
Yeah.
time, when a team drafts a quarterback in the second round or the third round and on, they're looking for you to come in and challenge for the backup spot. You know, can you beat
Right.
out our backup? You know,
Yeah.
or can you be our practice squad player? Because I got you as a project. I see the raw talent there. I got you as a project, and y'all can see it on my shirt over here. Camera's back over here. I am a Florida State fan. My guy,
See the Florida State.
Jordan Jordan Travers. Right now, a lot of teams are looking at him as a project. They're not looking, and I love Jordan Travers. I thank him for bringing Florida
Yeah.
State back to what we used to be. Um, But right now, a lot of NFL teams are looking at him as a project coming off his leg injury, but they see the raw talent there. So they was like, okay, let's get him in here in the later rounds. You know, we can put him on our practice squad, or we can just keep him around, and maybe a year or two he could develop because they see the raw talent that he's got, and he's a great leader.
Oh yeah.
That's one thing I
Oh
noticed
yeah.
about him, and I learned about him. He's got great leadership skills and everything like that.
Well, they've got
And
him
but
ranked number 9, so they've got
yeah,
him ranked 9.
yeah, but see, that's
So it's not
that's
like,
out of that.
you know,
That's outside of that 5 or 6 I
outside of that
told you
5 or
about.
6 job. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, because the ninth quarterback, the ninth quarterback may not get picked until the third or fourth round
Yeah.
because of all the
Yeah.
other positions and team needs. Your ninth quarterback now 9 sounds good because that means it's only 8 dudes in front of me at that
Right.
position, but the team may not need that position, because
Right.
most of the time after the first round, teams are drafting, you know, but after the top 10, most of the time teams are drafting best available player. You know, most time in the first round, you go for what you feel your team needs. We need this, we need that. But then sometimes teams draft best available player. We may
Yeah.
not,
Well,
we need him,
you know
but
what I kind of see? What I kind of see, man. If your team, if your NFL team, and y'all finish up the season, you know what I'm saying, above 500 for the season, and you think that solid quarterback and that position is pretty, you think that you probably have a solid quarterback and that position is being held down pretty well. I honestly think protection is probably, if I was drafting, I would want to build that team around, and he doesn't have to be the best quarterback, but if you can offer that protection to that, you know what I'm saying, to get to put the quarterback in the situations the way he has, more than that couple point whatever seconds in the pocket, or so I think a lot of the teams should probably look at a lot of these lineman positions, these defensive lineman positions, man, and you know what I mean, and then try to, and you can probably build on some of the quarterbacks that you have right now if you put them in better situations on the field, because if you could keep the
yeah, but
guys
I
off
mean,
your quarterback, because not everybody's got a scrambling quarterback that can use the leg. Hell, I don't even know how Mahomes still use them little legs. Look like a little pigeon range sometimes, man.
but the thing about it, what NFL teams do, what a lot of them do is, okay, I got this good quarterback. Don't get me wrong, I got this good quarterback, but they make a list. Okay, where else on my team am I hurting at? Okay, I got this great quarterback. How bad am I hurting at O line? Okay, my O line is not the top O line, but it ain't the worst neither. But I have this defensive end to where we like Atlanta. Atlanta needs a pass rush.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
right now, pass rushers outweighing because they got Kirk Cousins and they feel okay, we got our quarterback, you know, but Kirk Cousins is not very mobile, So you would think, okay, well, let's go get an offensive lineman, but they pass rushing needs outweigh our offensive lineman right now. So
right?
that's why they'll be like, okay, yeah, we got this quarterback. He's got a good arm. He's not very mobile, but our
You get
offensive
that O
line wasn't
line.
that bad. You know,
Yeah,
our offensive line wasn't that bad to where maybe in the third round we can go get an offensive lineman, a young offensive lineman to come in here and see what's up, or we can go through free agency and see can we find a veteran to help out. But with our draft pick in the first round, because our need for a edge rusher, a defensive end type dude, a quarterback blitzer, quarterback sacker, far outweighs our need for an offensive lineman. So
well, you got
once
one
you
in
get,
Jared Verse from Florida State, from your
yeah,
neck of the
yeah,
woods.
you do got one, but
Jared
everybody,
Verse.
yeah, Jed Verse, but then you have the kid from Alabama. Dallas, from Alabama.
Yeah.
He is. They are saying he is lights out. Him and Verse is close to each other. So really, what they saying is Atlanta's gonna pick, and this here just here say, I'm not in their war room or nothing like that. But what they're saying is Atlanta's gonna pick whoever the best pass rusher available is when they pick at the number 8 spot.
Hmm.
Unless somebody comes in for a workout, because now teams are having these guys in for individual workouts. They did their pro days. Now the teams are inviting people because Penix, I believe Penix is coming. If he hadn't already came to Atlanta, they were gonna bring him in for a workout at the facility up in Flowery Branch. But so that's what I'm saying. They work these kids out unless somebody just blows them away at a workout. Right now, they're saying Atlanta is leaning toward a pass rusher because that's what they will. And they say the kid Dallas out of Alabama is number one on their board, with Verse
Mm.
being second on their board.
Who is this guy named Kool-Aid McKinstry?
Kool-Aid is a DB out of
Okay.
Alabama. Yeah.
They got him going high.
Yeah, he's a.
Matter of fact,
If
go
matter
ahead.
of fact, I'm thinking he should be the first DB off the board.
Well, I'm looking at the top 5 players.
And
And
Kool-Aid should be the top DB.
yeah,
If
he
I
is.
ain't mistaken, I could be wrong. Yeah.
They got just run down the list real quick. Caleb Williams, Drake May, Kool-Aid McKinstry.
No. See, that I'm saying Kool-Aid is the top DB, not the
No,
top
I'm
Yeah,
just running
player.
down the top 5 players they said that's available. That's going into the draft. And then they got Verse and then Leonard Taylor. That's the top 5.
So
Okay.
Kool-Aid McKinstry is actually out Crimson Tide. He's number 4, so he's actually the 4th.
But that's
in
the
in
fourth. That's
the
the fourth
defensive. No, that's in defensive back. He's the 4th for defensive back
rated
because he's
defensive
got a
back.
teammate. Terry and Arnold is number 1, and they both run out of Alabama. Both play for Crimson Tide. So Terry and Arnold is number 1, and he actually comes in at number 4.
Okay.
So he's still in that top 5.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? So you're right.
But no, at the end of the season, and at the beginning of the combine, before the combine, I mean, a lot of them had Kool-Aid like as the top DB.
So who was the guy at the combine?
Well, I mean, it's not like he's too far off rating wise, because those ratings up there, man, those top 4 ratings, you know, they're less than 0.3, 0.2. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it's just an overwhelming. You know what I'm saying? Because they're both, all of them. It's like it's like a 0.3, 0.4, 0.5 difference. So it's not like there's just overwhelming. So those top 5 defensive backs, yeah. And you got 2 from Crimson Tide, so that's kind of cool, yeah. And you got Nate Wiggins from Clemson, Clemson Tigers.
And Wiggins is a good DB too, But the thing of, like I tell about all of them are good in college,
Yeah.
But the thing about it is when you with the pros, you're dealing with the best of the best because you dealing with a wide receiver that might be selling cars next year. Just because you dominated a wide receiver that might be selling cars next year, or hell, you dominated 5, 6 receivers that might be selling cars next year. Because like they say, Enterprise hires more NCAA athletes than anybody.
else.
Oh man!
Hey, that's Enterprise's commercial. I didn't make that up. Enterprise put that on their commercial.
Stand on that.
Yeah, Enterprise stands on. We hire more former NCAA athletes than any company in America. So I mean, all of them some of them gonna be renting you a car next year.
Man, let me get that Toyota there. Boy, you's old thick
Let me
motherfucker,
get that. Hey,
huh?
boy, you in shape,
You
boy.
was old. You
You
pretty
look great.
firm.
Yeah,
You
you
was
know.
pretty firm.
So but I mean, that's the thing about us as fans, and y'all know me. I'm one of the biggest Florida State college football fan it is. I love college football way more than I like pro.
Yeah.
Because I just love Saturdays. I love the whole college atmosphere. I try to get to many UGA games, even though I'm not a UGA fan like that. My wife is, but I live near the Athens area, so I try to get to as many UGA games as I can. I'm always calling people I know. Hey, you got a ticket? If you got one, I'll get it. Stuff like that. So, because I love the whole college atmosphere, but college gives us a false sense because we think these kids are super great, but they're not going against the best of the
I
best.
just want to
That's
go on
right.
the record and say I
Yeah.
was never invited to a UGA game,
I am going on the record to tell
and I
you,
feel some type of way.
hey, you know why? Because we already got a bulldog down here. We don't need a nut.
But when I come, I'm kicking that bulldog. I'm bringing the chicken. I'm bringing a fighting chicken that can
We,
beat a dog anytime.
we already got Ugga down here. We don't need you trying to kick Ugga out of his doghouse with
Yeah,
the air conditioning, and so you can get in there.
yeah. Look, that's all I wanted to
Hey,
say.
wait,
I was never
hey, well, let me ask one
invited
more
to
question.
a game.
One more question I'm getting ready to save you, Rocket. um, Kickers. What do you think about? What do you I mean? Honestly, I mean, what kick? Do you think? I mean, kickers are an essential part of the team. I mean, it's been proven now. Especially these kickers get more sophisticated. They're kicking, 60+ yard field goals at this point. Especially if what is it? What's the new league? The UFL.
UFL.
they picking these.
Yeah,
They picking up these soccer players and whatnot. You know what I mean? And these boys are
Yeah.
just kicking, 60-yard field goals. I think I don't know if this was this past weekend, but as far as the NFL is concerned, though, how much stock would you put in a kicker? Would you just be like, you know what, we get walk-ons all the time that can kick a soccer ball well, and we'll just try them out, get a kid a try? Or as far as draft, I don't know what they look like in the draft as far as from that position. You know what I mean?
in
Is
my
there
opinion,
a position for kickers to be drafted?
unless unless you got a Justin Tucker or a Sebastian Janikowski for the Florida State fans listening, those dudes are generation. They were generational kickers. The earliest I would draft a kicker, unless your team just really. I'd never draft a kicker in the first round. I'd never draft a kicker in the second round.
Well, I mean,
But
not even
it's
yeah.
been cases. But
I
it's
would
been
say
cases of it happen.
first, second, or third. Oh,
But
really?
no, that the third round is because like if you lost a lot of games because of your kicker, and the rest of
Yeah,
your team is there, we're solid, but we lost. If you lost 4 games because of kicking, I could see a team getting one in the third round. You know,
yeah,
but like Janikowski was drafted in the first round because Janikowski at Florida State, as a Florida State fan, when Janikowski went out there, we didn't care about the distance. I run and get a beer when he came out there to
well,
kick, you know, because I know he had it.
if you 80 to 90% from 50 yards, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
from so that's kind of
I
just like
I guess that's what you got to do.
I
Tucker,
eat the
just
Dallas
like Tucker
kicker.
for the Ravens, just like Tucker for the Ravens. When he comes out there to kick, I'm watching a Ravens game. Oh, it's bathroom break. It's he got this. It's bathroom break. It's let me run and get me another beer, whatever. Let me freshen up my cocktail. Because those are automatic. Those were what Tucker still playing. Janikowski was automatic when he was at Florida State. But most time, unless you really need a kicker,
Yeah, you just kind of
third round, yeah, third round. But the thing about the soccer players, because now, and I blame AAU and 7-on-7. Well, they call it 7-on-7. They don't call it AAU in high school football. You got to go
Mm.
Yeah,
get
the
soccer
seven
players.
seven.
Yeah, it's 7-on-7. You got to go get soccer players because now it's so specialized. You know, and y'all guys in my age group, y'all can remember when your best athlete at your high school, he played football, he played basketball, he played baseball.
Yeah,
Some of them,
Or
yeah,
ran
if they did
track.
it, I was just about
yeah.
to say, if
Ran
they
track.
didn't
Yeah,
play if they didn't play baseball, they ran track.
yeah.
They don't do that no more. Now it's stick to your
Well,
sport.
well, private schools have picked up that mantra, and the kids. So, okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the rim of high school sports in South Carolina as a whole. Public schools have went down, and private schools have went up in performance wise. Reason why is because the private schools are now going out to the public schools and giving these kids scholarships to come to their school and play.
And a better education in most parts,
And
right
the
there. So
better,
it's a
better and
win-win.
they're promising them, you come to my school, you play 4 years, we guarantee to get you a scholarship. And they
Yeah, it's
deliver
a
it.
win-win. It's a
But
win-win because you
yeah,
start
it's a
producing,
win-win.
you start
But
producing athletes
what
from
they
a private
also
school as
telling
well
the
as an education. You
now
producing an athlete and education. Why would
now
you not invest in that?
what they telling the parents is your child comes to our school scot free. You ain't got to pay tuition, but that child have to participate in the sport every season, and all
And
you have to
maintain a
pay
certain
is
grade for that.
the dues according to that sport.
That's smart. That's some of the best
I
recruiting
don't,
practices
I
I've
don't,
ever heard
I
of,
don't,
man.
I don't know that to be true all over. I can't
That's
speak
what
for
they're
South
doing.
Carolina. No, I'm that. If you let me finish, I don't know that to be true all over. What I have kind of witnessed down here in Georgia is
I said in
with,
South Carolina. I was talking about South
and
Carolina.
that's what I'm saying. They don't promise them that. What they do is once you are finished with your season at a private school or academy, some then they switch to the 7-on-7. Okay, with basketball, I know a young lady, and I'm not naming names. After she finishes her high school season, she goes and she plays basketball. She goes to a AAU team. She does not participate in other sports because she jumps to a AAU team. You know,
Oh, I
they
didn't
ke-
even
what
wasn't
they
paying
are
attention
doing.
to that. I'm sorry.
What they are doing is special. They are making you a specialist down here. All year round, you play that one sport. You know,
Uh-huh.
it's not you got to play another sport at this school or nothing like that because the schools, some of these academies like that, have AAU teams that they feed players to.
Hey, show, did you catch that? I should have caught this earlier in the chat, but I didn't hear. I'm gonna scroll it on the
Yeah, I
screen.
saw that. I
You go.
saw that. I saw Whoop say that. Brandon Scruggs talking about Drake May. Drake May and Drake may be. And Drake may be. But what happens with that is people fall in love with players. What he talking about, Drake May gonna be the best, and that may be true. But when what happens with these pro days and combines, especially pro days, they fall in love with what a kid did at a pro day. So the initial kid they were looking at, if his pro day wasn't as strong as this guy, they kind of start pushing him down. And the thing about it, it wasn't that Drake May's pro day was bad, but some people are feeling Jaden Daniels' pro day was better.
Uh-huh.
Y- You know,
A lot of the guys that get drafted to go to the combine, they just do the bare minimum and they save themselves for their pro days. So that's a field they familiar with. They know the
and they
inside out.
throwing, but the main thing is they throw into players that they know and they already set. They know this guy, how he gonna run the route. They know where to put the ball because they done been throwing
Yes.
to that guy for
Yes.
some years. I know
Yes.
this guy. Okay, I know now he's gonna make this cut right here. If I put the ball right there, he's gonna be there because ain't nobody there to stop him. Ain't nobody there to slow him down or nothing like that. So I know this guy's gonna be in that spot where I throw this ball to.
Hmm.
So that's the thing about falling in love with a guy at a pro day. He shows the big arm talent and everything like that. But what they don't realize is, and they realize because they've done it, these guys that are going these scouts, but you hope they can do that. Because the thing about it is, we as fans, we want our team to score on every play. But coaches, scouts, and players are more realistic than we are. We know I ain't gonna score on every play. If I do, great. We got a dominant team. But if I can shorten the field to where, okay, we moved the ball 40 yards down the field, now we punted, pent them deep in their territory. Our defense held them 3 and out. They punted back to us, but they punted 20 yards shorter than we punted. Now, in those two exchanges, we done gained 20 yards. Now we're
Yeah.
20 yards closer to the end zone, and that's what football is about. But we as fans, and I love us because I'm a fan. I want us to score every time we get the ball, chunk it, throw it. I still do like defense. I'm old school like that, but those are the things that happen. We want our team to score every play, so we see this dude, you know, in a pro day, throw the ball 70 yards, and oh boy, he got a big arm, boy. We need to go get him because we ain't getting a big play down the field. And then when we go get him, we want him to throw that 70-yard bomb every time. But dude, look back at it, and I'm guilty of it myself. It wasn't nobody on that receiver he was throwing it to in his pro day. It wasn't nobody slowing him down. He took off running and went straight down the field, and the ball was right there in his lap,
Unimpeded, wide open.
unimpeded, wide open. So we want that when we see that at the pro day or at the combine. We want that every play, you know.
Every play.
But it don't happen like that in real life and everything like that. So that's just the realization of being a football fan and everything like that. We got to realize it's a strategy game. Football is chess with people. That's all it is. It's chess with people. You know,
Yeah.
we have to make strategic moves to where when we come back out again, it's shorter for us to score than it was before. Mm.
Well, sir, we appreciate your expertise.
Ho,
Uh,
ho, ho. I miss,
did
I
you?
miss, I missed something. And I don't know
What
if
did
What
you
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 miss?
miss,
talked
man?
about it, but did you talk about the trade with Diggs?
Oh no, I
No,
didn't
we didn't
even.
talk about we didn't talk about the trade with Diggs. No, we didn't talk about the trade with Diggs.
Where's
I
my?
want to hear your opinions on that.
Let me tell
My
you
opinion on
mine
trade.
first. I'll tell
Okay,
you mine
so we're
first
gonna
because
let
it's pretty
we're gonna
big.
let the Houston native
I'm gonna tell you.
because he went to Houston. So we're gonna let the Houston man go first.
So I'm gonna look at it this way: with the contract that he's got right now, and the option to become a free agent after this, what you're doing is putting Diggs in this position to be probably outshine a lot of the receivers for this 1 year. Because if I know that later on, even if it don't fit, even if he doesn't fit, he's got a way.
You're
He's
not
out.
gonna
He's
fit
got a
because he's
way out.
supposed to be with
But
Dallas.
what I'm saying, but listen to what I'm saying. He might be able to go to Dallas, but he can come here, he can collect that money, and then after that, all he got to do is shine a bit. So I'd be on my best behavior. You won't have to see me. You won't see me fussing with nobody on the sideline, no coordinators, nobody. You're gonna see me on my best behavior, but you're gonna see me ready for the game. So really, honestly, as far as the investment wise, I think it's more in his favor than it is for for the Texans themselves. But the Texans want to try to win him over with this atmosphere that they have right now with these young guys. So it's an atmosphere that they have right now, and they think that they have a culture in that locker room that he can fit into. You know what I'm saying? It's not like your Dallas boys where we pick up every criminal off the street and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So
They don't
he had
become
made
criminals
it.
till after they leave Dallas.
But
No, there are
I'm
a
just
lot of
saying.
not a lot of us doing criminal stuff. You don't hear about their criminal activity until they leave Dallas. But back my opinion on the trade with Stephon Diggs. Barry, what's the name of your team?
The Texans.
And what's a famous card game? Texas Hold'em.
Texas Hold'em.
And what it is right now, the Texans are going all in this
Oh
year
yeah.
because they made the playoffs last year. They looked decent all year
Yeah.
with
Yep.
CJ Stroud, and they feel that what they are missing is a big playmaker at wide receiver. So what they're doing, they're going all in.
Yeah.
They playing Texas Hold'em because their defense is solid.
You see, because
They
they
feel
kind of missed their players like Hopkins. When we had Hopkins as a
yeah.
receiver,
They when
he
y'all
put his
had Duke,
hands on anything,
yeah,
So
yeah,
we
and
kind of fell off in that position, and they kind of see that, but they giving that man that freedom to make a decision whether or not he's going to become a free agent after that 1 year. You know what I'm saying? So
so what they're
you know,
doing, they're going all in. They're going
that's what it
all
is.
in.
They're going in. They're
They're
going
going
for it.
all in.
Yeah.
They playing Texas Hold'em in Texas.
And we got a
So
pretty good defense. So, you know what I'm saying? It's
yeah,
not
the
like, so
defense
we
is
got the
solid.
defensive,
Yeah,
so it's just a little bit
defense.
of tweaking that we needed to do. So, is like I said, you give that man the freedom that he wants, he'll become, we see it as him being a better player because he going to want to really show out. But then, not only if he shows out and something really big happens for the Texans right here, then you might have him embracing that culture in that locker room with those other players and want to go ahead and resign. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
you put, like you said, we going for it all. We putting everything, putting everything into that one move, to try to see if we can, let's go for it.
yeah. So that's what it is. They going all in, and they feel that they thinking he might be the missing piece to get them over that hump.
Yeah.
Now, have y'all ever? Now, you said something earlier about attitude, and he should be the quietest player in the locker room. Have you ever heard about him being a cancer to the Bills?
I've heard that he's had some. I've heard that he's had some type run-ins, but I don't know. That's neither here nor there. But either way, athletes are gonna get fired up on the sideline regardless. You're not gonna be the most, I don't care who you are with that type on this level. We look at the level that we're dealing with. It's not like we're dealing with some high school kids. So athletes are gonna get fired up, especially when they think that they should get more touches. When I need to get more receptions. I need to see the ball more often because everybody wants to impact the game. Everybody wants to be a better player, you know. But and then there's some that are just downright, you know what I'm saying? Now, you shouldn't have took it that far. But see, I don't know all of, what I'm saying, all of the, the whispers and stuff that are coming from the cracks and the crevices. I don't know all that. I know a man by his stats, you know what I'm saying, what he does on the field, what his stats are, what he looks like. That's the only thing that I can go by, honestly, right now. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think that he's going to be a cancer to the team or nothing like that. I can't speak on, his outside, what happens outside, or what happens in the locker room when the cameras aren't there. Because all we can read, honestly, is plays on the field and numbers that we see. And that's all we got to go on. So as long as those plays on the field look good and those numbers look good, then that's all we care about as fans, really, honestly. And that's all I have to say about that.
And well said. Well said. Well said. Well said.
You sounded like Forrest. Forrest! Jedi! But listen,
Jedi.
as usual, this has been a good conversation we have had.
Hey, what happened to your your other sponsor didn't come in? The other
I guess no, he didn't.
Guess not.
Yes, he don't want to talk about showroom secrets. Maybe he'll come on the next one. He'll go give us the secrets about how to get your car, your truck, your RV to that showroom sign on a cheap budget. But stuff happened. I guess I'll be going back to the Dawn and the towel until he come on and tell me don't use it. But he did tell me this detergent is not a good thing to use on your car.
We all know what
we need.
That ain't that. Tell him that ain't nothing new. We been knew that.
It eats at the clear coat of the car.
Yeah, you didn't know that.
And that's why some of these cars get clear coat damage or
Look at
factory.
Man. You can't plug the man if he ain't here. So his knowledge is his own. You can't plug the man if he not here.
But he ain't giving no new knowledge. He giving knowledge we already knew.
Like,
only reason we use this shirt because our mama bought it and we was stupid and we was cheap. And we was cheap. We didn't want to go buy nothing else because my mama got all this dishwashing liquid in the house. I'm gonna wash the car with this dishwashing liquid.
I still use it. I don't care. I still use it.
Yeah, you
can take it to the car wash, and at the end of the site, you got to pay for the deluxe. Now you can't pay for the regular. You got to pay for the standard. You got to go for the deluxe because at the end of the deluxe. They'll spray that clear coat on there to put it right back on.
Yeah. So what you saying? They using dishwashing liquid too.
Yeah, but they spray that clear coat right back on there, dog.
Right back. And Skyrocket, they do say that now. They do say that at the end of the car wash, clear coat shine. Yeah, clear coat.
That's what they do. They put a whole new clear coat on your car.
So they spraying some liquid clear coat on there.
So you might as well go and pay the $12.50 for the deluxe and get the deluxe.
$12.50.
That's $12.50. That's all your deluxe cost.
Yeah, $12.50.
I need to drive all the way. Yeah, I need to drive all the way to Houston. The deluxe over here $40.
Yeah,
for the drive-through.
Yeah, for the drive-through.
Oh no, man! Write down 1960, brother. This is $12.50 for the deluxe.
Hey, I'm finna go to my car wash and act a fool tomorrow.
Hey.
They do the undercarriage. They do the undercarriage.
They do all that for the 40. They do all that for the 40.
Listen,
ain't nobody.
But they spray his clear coat with joy.
But they ain't pulling. This y'all may be thinking of the wrong. It's not one of the ones where you pull up and then you get out the car and go inside.
No,
and they have water.
You stay in the car.
You drive through.
You stay in the car. Put your car in neutral. And it's pour you through there. Yeah, I got
it. You can either choose touchless.
Told you me. Told you me. I got a sticker in my front windshield.
I got a sticker in mine.
Yeah, I just drive up and they're gonna ask me, do I want a receipt or not? Because they charge me $40 a month.
Good gracious, man.
Yeah.
Man, it's $12.50 for the deluxe.
No, it's $35. It's $35. No, it's $40 over here because I pay $40 a month. But I can get as many car washes as I want in a month.
Well, that's $40 a month.
You can go
$40 a month. I can go every day if I want to.
But that's $40 a month, so you can get a wash for 30 days.
Yeah, I can get a wash. No, I can get a wash. I've done it. No, I've done it. I have driven in, went around, and drove right back in because I didn't like the way it looked.
See, y'all got a better deal. I paid $12.50 for the one.
But if you don't get that deal, you still gonna pay $30-something.
Yeah, it's $35 for one wash. But they will give you the monthly package for $40.
Yeah. And it's designed like that for you can buy the monthly
I would definitely get that monthly package.
Yeah, go to your car wash and check out the monthly package, man. Check out the monthly package. See, on the Fellas podcast, we give our listeners tips and money saving stuff.
Now, what's the saving? How can you save money
But
in the liquor store?
How can you save money in the liquor store? Stay out it, cause liquor's high.
oh man, what?
Take, take,
But like
take
I
it from
said,
me.
Well, I tell you
ladies,
what, that Blackberry Crown, man, right up the street. Man, I went up to that clown, man. I said, my little store I go to a lot. I go to that store a lot, man. Me and the dude pretty cool, you know. I call every time I say, man, that's my bodega right there. Man, that dude tried to charge me $65 for a pint, Blackberry
A
Crown.
pint,
That's
a
a pint,
fifth, a fifth,
a fifth. I mean a fifth, yeah, a fifth, a
Yeah.
fifth.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Blackberry Crown.
5th.
1, 2, 3, 5.
I said, man, he said, it's hard to find, man. It's hard to find. I said, but that ain't no need to jack the prices up like that, man. Sell it for the
Yeah.
regular, you know. No, we it's hard to find, man. Like he won't never get another shipment again. I said, oh, okay. I see how you gonna do me, buddy. I'm gonna find me a new stuff. Left
Well,
you
here
alone.
I'm ready to
going
give out. I'm ready to
Total
give
wine.
out this week's brown liquor flavor of the week.
Oh, what you got?
It is a liquor. I can't show it because we ain't got that. I can tell you what it is. It's called Dough Ball Cookie Dough Whiskey. It is delicious. It is a cookie dough flavored whiskey, and it is delicious.
Well, you can't show it because it was the contract.
I'm just saying these people might. I can show it, but they
No,
might
don't show
be
it. Don't
upset.
show it.
Okay,
Don't show
now I
it.
said
Yeah, don't show it.
they might take the fellas podcast down.
Don't show it. Don't show it. They
Don't-
using us to help their podcast.
But it's a cookie dough. Hey, I suggest it to all y'all. It is delicious. It tastes like cookie dough, you know, and it is very good. It's called Dough Ball Cookie
Dough
Dough
Ball.
Whiskey. Dough Ball Cookie. It got a bulldog on the bottom.
Dough ball.
Dough Ball.
And how you heard about that?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. this that splat.
Hey, that joker always. Hey, he like Baby D. He like Baby D. Baby D knew all the
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Oh,
Baby D knew about all the snacks coming out and everything.
Let me talk about. Hey, Brandon, what you drinking? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
oh boy.
Well, let's go ahead on because I'm looking at the clock
man.
and everything like that. Yeah, let's go ahead and give our final comments of the night. We're gonna start off. We're gonna start off with our leader, our fearless leader today. You go ahead on and give us your. No, you can close it after you come back, but you got to come back with your. I want you to give your final comment tonight.
Well, my final comment is it's been a long week. I'm glad to be back home. I'm glad to be with y'all two fools. I'm glad the Lady Gamecocks won another national championship. I'm ready for the parade. I will be there. I don't care what's going on. I will be there. Give us our parade. That's all I got to say.
All right, Soldier B, go ahead on. Give your final comments of this week.
I'm gonna go ahead and take it back to
Oh, you can't go back now. You already gave your final comment. Save that for next week.
One more thing. One more thing. Could be too late. Got a question for y'all fellas. Do y'all think the South Carolina men basketball team should be in the victory parade for the women?
Negative.
What you mean? What you mean in the parade? Like riding in the parade?
Yeah, riding in the parade. Because you know, when they have the parade here, they have other people in the parade. Do you think they should be one of the entrants in the parade?
I mean,
no, I think they can watch the parade from. I think they should be able to attend the parade, but exactly like be like they won. You know what I'm saying? They can't. Why take that celebration from the girls? Them girls put that in for this season. They did that. They put that work in. the guys, even though you know what I'm saying, they did what they did, but why would I say, yeah, y'all, so now we're gonna ride on the parade float together? Would the guys do the same thing for them if it came down to it? Well, we're gonna bring the girls on too. I think the girls should have that celebration just because it took a lot for them to get to where they are. And they've been dominant. They've been a lot more dominant than the men's basketball. So if you want to talk about South Carolina basketball, the women have the face of South Carolina basketball right now. So let
The
them
women
continue to
got the
have
face.
that. Let
The
them have
women
their
got the
stage and
face
let them
of the
have their time.
whole. The women got the face of the whole university. You know, the women got the
Yeah.
face of the whole university. Right now,
So
when you say South Carolina, the first thing come to your mind is women's basketball. So the women's got the face. Now they shouldn't be on
right.
the float with the ladies, but if they
No,
want to
no,
be on
I'm
the
talking
float,
about not on the float, in the parade itself.
yeah, they can be in the parade.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
on the
yeah,
float. As matter of fact, put them at the beginning. They can be the opening act. Put them at the beginning of the parade
yeah,
and everything like that. Because everybody need an opening act. Beyonce got an opening
yeah.
act.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
know,
They
I
go
mean,
they go right. Matter of fact, have them go right behind the band.
yeah, they can be right behind the
Have them go
band,
right
and
behind
and then
the
and
band.
then and look here, and then what you do, you get the football team to come back and sweep up the confetti after the parade over with.
Yeah. And
Well,
then see, and then because that'll make them learn. You see what type of celebration you could get if
well,
If you try
if y'all
hard.
would.
Carolina got 2 national championships this year.
Okay,
And we,
Skyrock.
uh,
We finna end this podcast. We ain't getting
okay,
on all this Carolina stuff because you want to hear all
Yeah,
this Carolina
yeah.
stuff.
We
So you already done stopped bad stuff
say
to go on with this Carolina stuff. Y'all are a basketball school, a women's basketball school. And I love y'all for
yes,
that. And that's what y'all are.
yes.
Bad, go ahead on and give your closing remarks. He trying to get us
Now let
off
me go ahead and
schedule.
get my off topic. All right, but anyway, I'm gonna go back to ECBL, man. Um, I wanted, like I say to those guys, man. Seasons, we're gonna be in the middle of the season pretty soon. We're gonna be
we are.
highlighting some of these players and whatnot. So if if anybody want to get on the cast, actually talk about anything, but we're gonna try to cover, more of that when we start actually making these picks. Our picks are just gonna be just what we think. You know what I'm saying? We don't mean any harm to anybody. And when I talk about some of these teams like Kingdom Life and whatnot, man, I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings or anything like that. But y'all give me one good game. Give me one win. Give me one win this season. Other than that, everybody stick to it. We already know it's going to be a pretty good season, and it's coming around pretty fast. So it's going to be a good year, big year, and I'm going to enjoy it myself. Y'all have a blessed one.
All right, I'm gonna end it all by saying, and my love goes to the Lady Gamecocks. You know, I'm gonna end it with the Lady Gamecocks. On my end, what it was, skyrocket 38 up, 38 down.
38
You know,
up, 38 down.
Good.
38 up and 38 down. And Don Staley, third national championship, great player, great
Excellent
coach.
job, Don.
So just get them ladies they props. They did it because it's hard to put 38 up and 38 down, but they
Yes,
did it.
sir.
So that's all I got to say. Y'all keep watching, and hey, go ahead on close it out, Dave. The innovator, starter, Bouknights, picks, and
Well, once
whatever.
again, we are here. We are here, and we would like to thank everybody for coming out and watching. Remember, we do this every week. If you have something you want to say, or if you want to come on and be a part of the show, feel free to inbox any one of us. All 3 of us are on Facebook. Well, 2.5 of us is on Facebook. Send us a message, and we'll see you. You come on in and give your opinion. This is like we at the barbershop. We are here, and we just expressing our opinion. Don't take what we say to heart. We're just having fun. So, with that being said, we'd like to thank everybody for coming out. We'll see y'all in, what was the math? 23 times 7 is what, Barrett?
I don't know.
A lot.
2 and 2. Be back in 2 and 2.
161
It's
hours.
a,
We'll
it's
In
a
see
2
lot.
and 2.
back in 161 hours with another exciting episode of Bouknight Picks and Line presents the fellas. We are the fellas. We'd like to thank you for coming out. See you next week. Good night.
Good night.